many long-standing Arsenal supporters. And Craig, what intrigues me today is that Arsene Wenger, knowing what it's like here and what it has been like in previous seasons, has opted to compromise on his team selection. What do you make of that?
Well, out of the top four clubs, Bolton have got a better record here against Arsenal than anybody, and bearing in mind they've got Hull at home next week. Arsenal, that may have been a better game to chop and change, but he's done it this week. It is a bit of a surprise. It's a bonus for Bolton, I feel, at the moment, and we'll just see at the end of the day whether it's a risk worth taking for Arsene Wenger. Bearing in mind they've had a good start, John. Apart from the blip at Fulham, they've played particularly well, and there's been a good opportunity here for them to take 3 points here tonight, and let's see if this side is strong enough to do that.
Well, let's have a look at the two team formations, and we'll start with Bolton, for whom there is one change today. A debut for Polish international Ebi Smolarek, signed on a season-long loan from Racing Santander. He takes the place of Gavin McCann as Gary Megson reverts to a formation that served Bolton well in the Allardyce era. 3 significant absentees. Gary Cahill is suspended. Johan Elmander is nursing a hamstring problem. And of course Matt Taylor's toe injury means he's free to add insight from the wings rather than patrol the wing.
Well, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to work out the way Bolton are going to play. It's been the same for quite a few years now. Pretty solid at the back, lots of experience in there, and a decent goalkeeper in Jaskalainen. And Joey O'Brien will look to sit, and they've got 2 big, strong lads that will look to get forward in Mwambo and Nolan from midfield. Smolarek's a very experienced player on the right-hand side. He can play striker as well. He's a Polish international. He played a lot in La Liga last year. Gardner's a stalwart at the right back, and the same could be said for Davis. He's not really a natural goal scorer, but he will look to lead the line and give the 2 centre-halves of Arsenal a hard evening.
As for Arsenal, their team selection has been influenced, if not dictated, by the long midweek trip to Kiev. Walcott and Van Persie are left on the bench, allowing Eboué to return and Nicholas Bentner to start up front with Adebayor. Alex Song retains his place in the middle. It's a calculated risk by Arsene Wenger, especially on a ground where previous compromises have been known to backfire.
Well, as I say, it's a little bit of a surprise when we turned up and we found out what the team was. They've got a lot of games to know, and as you say, he feels it's a risk worth taking. In midfield, it's really a lottery to who's going to play in the wide position. Eboué can play in the right, Danielson could play anywhere, Song could play anywhere, Fabregas will play a central role. I'll be surprised if they do anything other than that. And no Van Persie, and no Walcott, no real pace. The lads mentioned it in the studio. Bentner will partner Adebayor up front, who is still in form after a great hat-trick at Blackburn last week.
The teams yet to assemble in the tunnels. There are 2 here. The teams emerge from separate entrances. They also inhabit different worlds, I suppose, Bolton and Arsenal. Arsenal's players known the world over. Bolton's, for the most part, don't cause much of a stir beyond East Lancashire. But Bolton's exploits over these past few seasons have earned them plenty of respect from the Gunners. The Reebok is a venue which Arsenal approach with some trepidation. Kevin Nolan, the skipper of Bolton, rapidly approaching 330 senior appearances and still only 26 years of age. They really need to get him into goal-scoring positions, though. He is a key in a team that doesn't look like it's going to score that many goals. Whilst for Arsenal, well, they only returned from the Ukraine at 3 o'clock on Thursday morning. Arsene Wenger, when we asked him before kick-off whether they'd recovered from the trip, said, well, I have, but I'm not so sure about some of them. They trained yesterday at London Colney, then got on another plane to fly here. So their carbon footprint doesn't bear scrutiny this past week. 2 league games 12 miles apart at Blackburn, and then here on consecutive weekends with a trip all the way to Kiev, sandwiched in the middle. But they know what to expect here, and they were assisted in their trip to Kiev by travelling in the height of luxury on a private plane normally used by the Prince of Wales to travel around the world. Size of a jumbo jet, but with only 46 seats on board and plenty of legroom for the players to sleep on the long trip back from the Ukraine. Referee is Steve Bennett today. Steve Bennett taking charge of Bolton already for the 2nd time this season. He also refereed them in their narrow defeat at Newcastle. And as usual, Arsenal a little tardy in coming out of the dressing room. They make a habit of keeping their opponents waiting. It's always been the way during Arsene Wenger's 13 seasons in charge of Arsenal. when they do emerge into bright Lancashire sunshine, it will be to a stadium that is far from full at the moment. Bolton do struggle to sell out here. This is one of their more attractive fixtures of the season.
Okay, you ready to go? Let's go. Here we go.
Finally, Arsenal are ready. Bolton have been ready for a couple of minutes. This one of the most dramatic fixtures of last season, as it was of the season before, and the season before, and the season before. So settle back and expect the unexpected, because kick-off is next. Here at the Reebok Stadium, Bolton Wanderers against Arsenal, two of the most famous names in English football, and fascinating combatants in recent seasons. Arsenal's least favourite opponents in their least favourite area of the country. The North West last weekend apart, rarely kind to them, and Bolton have beaten them here in 4 of the last 5 seasons. Andy O'Brien is going to take this early free kick. He was part of a Bradford team that once beat Arsenal. Chipped forward inevitably towards Davis. And Danielson helps it out to Sanya. Danielson again, who is starting, as we suggested, on the right-hand side. Song. Sanya to Fabregas. Danielson. He was poised, and it's a first intervention in English football for the Poles. Smolarek.
A decent ball in. Just looked at it at the start, John, and Fabregas had gone to the right, and all of a sudden Danielson finds himself out there. So I think it's going to be par for the course really for Arsenal with the 4 in midfield.
Well, Fabregas will take this corner. He set up more Premier League goals than any other player last season. 17 in all. Here's Aboué. Gallas. Danielson. The pitch, by the way, is absolutely ideal, which hasn't always been the case here at the Reebok. They've invested in new light technology this season to help with more even growth. And here's Fabrice Muamba bursting through against his former team. Very keen to play today, Muamba, and very keen to impress.
Well, he's got a licence to get forward the way Bolton have set up. I did say him and Nolan, big strong lads, can get beyond Kevin Davis.
Nolan has been penalised, but there's Muamba, who only made 2 appearances in the Carling Cup for Arsenal, never in the Premier League, to move on to Birmingham to get regular first-team football, and he cost Bolton £5 million this summer. Oh, Shitter with an error, and Yaskalainen to the rescue.
Not worrying that from Bolton, just a big strong punt up through the middle. You are right, of course, Danielson has gone out there. I shall bow to your superior knowledge.
No need for that, Craig.
He did go out there, Fabregas, which would be a real shame. I think you can't really stick somebody with his talent out wide. I just didn't know with Arsenal this evening because of the changes.
This is Smolarek. He's a back from Davis, but Arsenal got more bodies in there. Fabregas. Muamba biting into the tackle, and Nolan with the efforts!
I think that's the thing he's got to do. Nolan is take it early, and this is what catches Almunia a little bit unawares. Fair play to the keeper. He's alive enough, he's alert. Good play from Bolton in midfield, strong, winning the challenge. Lots of bodies in there. Pretty straight from Nolan, just dipping. Quite comfortable for Almunia in the end. Just sorts his feet out, gets back in. Good start from the home side.
Bolton trained on this pitch yesterday to become accustomed to it for match day. Spotted infringement. And Bolton don't press home the advantage of the corner.
Not quite sure about that. Trying to block the keeper. try to get the ball into the box, into the 6-yard box, right on top of Almunia. Nolan that was trying to block him. Be a tactic for Bolton today, no surprise, set pieces.
Up goes Shitu. Eboué fending off Gardner. Danielson. Kolo Toure. It's too strong for Sanga. So one of the surprises for Arsenal today, bearing in mind they've only got a Carling Cup tie coming up on Tuesday, in which the senior players presumably won't be involved. No Van Persie and no Theo Walcott today, who can bask in the glory of recent triumphs whilst available later on to take on tiring legs if required.
A little bit surprising, he played in the left last week against Blackburn. The last time we were here and watched Liverpool play, the pacey Babel absolutely tortured Steinson, the Icelandic right back, so it is a bonus for him that he hasn't got Walcott against him.
Maybe in part something to do with the battering that Walcott took from Andrei Nezmachny, the left back of Dynamo Kiev in the Champions League game. Danielson. Sanya. Andy O'Brien. It's Gardner. And the referee hopes that an advantage would unfold. It didn't really, so back we come for the free kick.
Surprised to see him on the right, Gardner. Smolarek on the left-hand side, but that's the way they've started. No advantage.
Bolton, both on Allardyce and Megson, always a threat from set pieces. This one taken by Andy O'Brien towards Shitu. Nolan trying to pick up some pieces. This is Muamba. Now Steinson, the right back. Smolarek had a swing, it comes to Muamba. And he dallied too long, there was a chance for a shot there. Eboué. An Arsenal team beaten only once this season at Fulham. Adebayor. Fabregas. To Sanya. It's a corner. This game being played on a pitch that's considerably smaller than it was last season. Arsene Wenger less than impressed when we told him that it's 4 metres shorter and 2 metres narrower than it's ever been before. It's one of the instructions of the Bolton manager, Gary Megson. Over the head of Sanya.
Free-headed as well. Completely missed it.
Clichy. It's the Bolton talisman these days, Kevin Davis. Sanya. Song. Eboué. Bakary Sanya. And Steinson, under no particular pressure, takes no chances.
No, he should have been under pressure there. It's a decent ball in. I think Eboué should be trying to get himself in at the back post and put the defender under pressure. He just hung off.
Fabregas in. Comes off Nolan for another corner. Delay here, Arsenal, because Gallas is adjusting one of his tie-ups and the referee is pointing out the corner is to be taken from the other side.
It went over the middle of the goals, the header, which I would presume would communicate take it from either side, but
Bentner has scored on 4 of his last 6 starts for Arsenal. Steins. Gary Megson performed a minor miracle to keep Bolton up last season. They were bottom when he arrived towards the end of October. Trying to effect a change of culture here. Danielson. Muamba. Clichy. Emmanuel Eboué. Now Song. Adebayor. And Adebayor through the middle, which has been heavily watered, and the ball skipped off the turf.
I thought he was just off there actually. Linesman didn't give it. Just a little bit too much in the ball. Straight.
Song. Danielson. Bentner. Clichy. Fabregas. Davis got a foot in, but it runs for Bentner. And here's Adebayor, and that's a very important challenge by Andy O'Brien.
Very good tackle, good play from Arsenal. Nice little neat passing. Decent first touch, but just gets away from her. Allows Andy O'Brien to make that challenge.
A lot of corners in a short space of time. Fabregas. They're not getting any better with practice. Short of goals himself at the moment, Fabregas. Started in a blaze of goal-scoring success last season, 7 in his first 9 games. Only found the net twice in his last 33 outings. Bentner. Adebayor. Danielson. Adebayor. Too intricate. Free kick for Bolton. Jaskalainen. Davis. Just too much on it for Nolan. And it is a corner at the end of all that.
Well, I've been a pound for every time they played that ball up there to Davis and try to get Nolan off the back of him. Arsenal know what they're going to do. It's quite difficult to stop it.
Joey O'Brien will take this. Andy O'Brien makes a run. Kevin Davis! It's the same old Bolton. The manager may have changed, but on this occasion, the method most certainly hasn't.
Well, it's a great header, and the reason it's a great header is because it's from a standing jump here. He's got no run, there's no marking, there's plenty of Arsenal bodies about, nobody's picking him up. He just drifts in quite late without a great deal of run at it. It's a good spring, there's a man in the line. It's up above Torre. Not quite sure about Cliche in the line. What's he doing? Why does he come in? Why does he move half a yard to his right? He's no need to do that. If he stays on the post, he heads it away. Poor start for Arsenal. Excellent start for the home side.
Arsenal have been thumped by one of the very best battering rams in the business. Big, barrel-chested Kevin Davis.
Just don't know why Cliche moved off the line there. Stays on the post, sorry. He just heads that away, simple.
Here's a Boué. Efficiently tackled by Muamba. And it's the sort of scoreline we've come to expect on this ground when these two sides meet. Boué. Danielson. Kevin Davis with his third goal of the Premier League season, and that's as many as he got in the whole of last season. Song. Clichy. I wonder what Arsene Wenger is thinking now, bearing in mind the compromises he's made in his team selection. It's early yet, of course. Last year's meeting taught us that when Bolton led 2-0 against 10 men of Arsenal. And the Gunners still won it with a 90th minute own goal.
Well, the warning was there because the initial free kick came in and Davis won the header for Nolan. That allowed him to get the corner. And they didn't take advantage, they didn't pick up, they lost their concentration. It was Davis once again with a header.
And here comes the battering ram again. Kevin Davis. Not always the best on the floor. It's a terrific target to have. Here's a Boué breaking for Arsenal. Joey O'Brien, that's his job to mop up in front of the back four. And his job also encompasses the assist for the goal. It was his corner that Davis headed in. Bentner. Danielson.
Well, he was under no pressure, that's what I will say. It's always rising. Plenty of power in it. Nobody goes to close him down really, so he's not under any pressure. Not as close as you think, son.
Steinson. Here, Bolton throw.
I wonder where this is going.
No, you don't. It's Steinson. Then it's Davis.
They've got to get somebody in front of Davis there, it's simple as that. Another free header for him, another one he wins.
It's over robust Gardner. And then the free kick is taken too quickly for referee Bennett's liking. Song. Fabregas. Boué. Danielson to Bentner.
Surely got to pull the trigger.
Corner.
Yeah, he surely got to pull the trigger there, Danielson.
Toure and Gallas both forward for this. Shitu. Fabregas. And Bentner. And Toure. Foot wide, not much more.
Well, it's a chance, isn't it? And a great chance at that. Drops nicely for him. Love a little chest down. Fairness to him, there's 2 or 3 bodies dive at it, but he keeps it down. Just can't get the direction on it. That's a chance for Arsenal.
Clichy. Bentner. A rare day indeed when Arsenal don't score. It's only happened twice in the Premier League in 2008. So one probably won't be enough for Bolton. 1 or 2 of those worry lines on Wenger's face a little deeper than they were 20 minutes ago.
Well, they've had plenty of possession. The tailing ball into the box so far has been Bolton's. It's been Kevin Davies. Can't be a surprise for Arsenal, can it? I mean, let's be honest.
Telegraph ball by Danielson. This is Eusebiusz Smolarek. Davis challenging Toure. Crowd enjoyed that. Echoes of the not too distant past, when Bolton were a top 8 team for 4 consecutive seasons. It's a stunning stat.
It is, but you know, they've got to find that decisive ball in the final third, Arsenal. And that decent bit of wide play from guys that are not really used to playing out there. I mean, we really expected them to dominate the game, but they are doing.
Here's Ricardo Gardner. Clichy away. Bentner. Adebayor motoring through the middle, beautifully found. Adebayor inside of the post and out again. It's a fantastic counter-attack.
Yeah, you're right, and it surely had to be the equaliser. That picture tells a story of the manager there. A lovely ball in from Bentner back to Adebayor, and then right on a plate for him.
And it was terrific interplay between the 2 forward players who had that big ruck during the League Cup semi-final last season. Danielson. Tied by Shitu.
Had some nice touches, Bentner, early in this game. To be fair to him, surprised he's playing, but started well.
Song. And Bentner! That was Shitu. He's a big frame to beat Danny Shitu.
That was in. That was going in. He was free. Lovely play from Arsenal again.
And Song! And then Adebayor couldn't snaffle the rebound. Joey O'Brien was there to try and clear.
Well,
Song diving in.
How have Arsenal not equalised, John? Second one off the post, Song this time. Keeper's beaten. Doing everything but putting the ball in the back of the net at the moment.
Yaskalainen with the punch. Ibue, Bolton under siege. Emmanuel Ibue. Joey O'Brien, William Gallas in there. J. Lloyd Samuel emerges with it.
What a block that was from Shitu as well initially. I don't think Yaskalainen was going to get that header from Song either. Only the post saved them. Backs to the wall stuff.
Both posts struck by Arsenal in the space of a minute or so. Adebayor, then Song. Steinson comes for Adebayor.
That's got to hit it. Left foot, John. Why is he not hitting that?
Bolton very much on the ropes. Shitu. Fabregas. Bolton breathe again. Eboué. Song, Bentner. Arsenal beginning to purr. Eboué. So Fabregas short. Song. Fabregas. Bentner. Adebayor leaves it for Eboué. And Arsenal deservedly a level. Emmanuel Eboué with his first ever Premier League goal.
Well, if it wasn't Eboué, it was going to be Adebayor, because they have absolutely pummeled Bolton this last 5 minutes. They've hit the post twice. They should have scored before this. Adebayor saw the chance, he never took it, he decided not to shoot. I just wonder how close he was to being offside. Eboué, Adebayor certainly wasn't. Cracking finish. Keeper's got no chance. Looks as if he was off to me.
Certainly a question mark over the lack of a flag, but no question over the quality of Arsenal's play these past 10 minutes. Twice they've thumped the Bolton posts, and now they've found an equaliser that they richly deserve. Fabregas. Easy to say now that there was a growing inevitability about the equalising goal. Song. Eboué. Now Adebayor inside the fullback for Nielsen. That is a splendid goal. Nicholas Bentner. Arsenal have scored twice in as many minutes.
Well, the keeper just looks bemused. I mean, if you're a neutral or you're an Arsenal fan, you just sit back and admire it. Because this last 5 or 10 minutes, the football has just been stunning. 2 goals in 90 seconds. A lovely little run from Nielsen in behind, nobody tracks him. Great ball. Similar ball across, and that's where you want your striker getting across the front. He's not going to miss from there. Bolton have been stretched from pillar to post. What a spell for Arsenal.
And whereas a few moments ago there were queries over Arsenal's selection and the lack of 1 or 2 stellar names, now it seems entirely justified. And it's the skill of the top manager to know how to mix it up and when. Now, how about Bolton's response? Nielsen hooking it long. Shitu.
Well, I suppose Bolton laid the marker down, John, and said to Arsenal, show us your response. And well, I don't think his side could do much about the type of football we've just witnessed in the last 10 minutes or so. It has been excellent. It's given him 2 goals.
Eboué. Took him 71 Premier League games to find the net.
Well, let's look at Eboué's goal again. There's certainly Adebayor, who I think this ball's for, is not offside. Eboué's offside. There is no doubt about that now, looking at that. And Arsenal get away with that one for all the good football. See, I think that initial ball's for Adebayor. And Eboué drifts in, puts it in the net. He's half a yard off. Linesman doesn't give it. Arsenal get away with it. It's possibly what the football deserves. To be fair, it has been excellent.
Kevin Davis has won a free kick for Bolton. Who committed the cardinal error against top quality opposition of making them angry. But it is a free kick, and we know what Bolton can do with set pieces. Scored from one already. Andy O'Brien. Alex Song. There's Davis. Toure. Twice. Now Gardner. Shitu. Trying to turn it square for Mwamba. And this is the danger for Bolton. One of their attacks is merely a launching pad for a threatening Arsenal counter. Fabregas. Eboué. So Arsenal have scored 2 and hit the post twice as well.
You think about it, that run Danielson made for the Bentner goal, the second goal, Danielson's playing on the right hand side of midfield, that was down the left hand channel. That tells you all about the movement they've had since they lost the goal.
Danielson. Arsenal finding their man with ease. Shitu away for Bolton. Bolton, who are in front for 12 minutes. Level for 90 seconds. And now trailing. Adebayor. Sanyo. Fabregas. Song.
Well, before they get the goals in the game, that's a lovely little play from Adebayor and Bentner, 2 strike partners. Then the corner came in, it's Song this time, just pulling off his marker. Jääskeläinen beaten again and off the post. Real warning for Bolton that they didn't heed.
Smolare. Song. Eboué. It's a foul by Joey O'Brien. Tomorrow's live football on Setanta comes from the Clydesdale Bank Scottish Premier League. We're at Rugby Park for Kilmarnock against Celtic. 3 o'clock start for that. Here's Adebayor to Bentner. After you.
Somebody's going to have to get tight to Adebayor. One of the centre-halves or one of the midfielders is going to have to drop back in. Joey O'Brien maybe have to drop a bit deeper because he's coming off, he's getting turned. Nobody's picking him up.
Smolare to Davis. Joey O'Brien. It's Toure. This is Gardner. Brilliantly tackled by Danielson. Davis. Steinson. it's Gary Megson with the problems. Steve Wigley, the first team coach, alongside him. Lost all 3 games when he's been manager against Arsenal. Gary Megson. Bentner. Greta Steinson. Down goes Kevin Davis. Andy O'Brien. Gallus with the leap. And Fabregas, although caught, leading the escape. And here's Sanya. Bentner. Danielson. Bolton a little short-handed here. It's a Boué. And it's still a Boué. And a big deflection, could have taken it anywhere.
Oh, you're not kidding. How easy was that? From inside their own penalty box. Once again, just counter-attacking, getting bodies forward, stretching Bolton. Any option was possible there for Danielson. He could have slipped, had the Bior in. And he works it well. The Boué, unfortunate for him.
Fabregas. Yet another corner.
They just look every time they come forward at the moment, Arsenal, they're going to create a chance.
They were poor, they were rather lacklustre for a quarter of an hour. They've been irresistible for the last quarter of an hour. Fabregas. Aboué. And again Aboué. Stoppage here, he's suggesting there was an elbow used.
It was Torre. I think it was Davis again. Well, he'd be the obvious one with the long ball. No chance. Got to expect that if you're a centre-half, big striker, going to lead with the arm. Wasn't the elbow.
And Bolton are having drinks. Whilst Toure recovers his senses. Gathering on the near touchline. There's the player against whom the complaint was made by Kolo Toure. He's now got a sore ear.
Well, let's be honest, had a decent little spell, Bolton. They got their goal. But after that, they've been run absolutely ragged by an Arsenal team that have made changes. We wondered what we're going to get from them. It's still quite early, but they've given an excellent response. The football's been first class.
Well, there's the man with the money behind Bolton Wanderers, Eddie Davis. Also connected with one of our Olympic successes. Recently, he's the owner of Call Again Cavalier, the horse that Mary King guided to a bronze medal in the show jumping in Beijing. Joey O'Brien. Foul by Nolan.
Well, he could play on there. Ball's at Fabregas's feet and he's gone through. Poor refereeing.
Danielson. Adebayor beaten in the air by Shitu. And with half-time looming on the horizon, Arsenal have just not dipped back a gear or two. Smolarek to Gardner. It's a good run by Ricardo Gardner. Toure though with a magnificent challenge. Smolarek still. Now Nolan. Joey O'Brien back to Nolan. Good save, Almunia.
A cracking save, great run from Gardner as well. Just as good a tackle from Toure. Brilliant defending as he drives in there. That's more positive from Bolton. He's got to make this. Cracking save from Almunia as it comes out. Wonderful save, not had much to do. Very much alive and alert.
They're enjoying it and ventures to suggest that so are we. Gardner. Clutched. Almunia.
Let's look at this save again. Stout to his left. Lovely save, good chance for Bolton to get the equaliser. I'm not really threatened up to then.
Adebayor. Song. Away from Bentner and then Joey O'Brien is chopped down. There's the totem, the usual recipient of the long free kicks from the back by Jääskeläinen. There is Davis. Shitu. Eboué. Fabregas. Pass and move from Arsenal. Eboué. Danielson. Now Song. Old Samuel racing across. Sanya. Behind by Steinson.
That's where I think Arsenal think it's a game of five-a-side, you know, because once again, Eboué there could have pulled the trigger quite easily. And the one criticism, they do try and walk it in. I think they should be killing the game off first, and it's not at 2-1 before they do that.
Bolton will be the ones, feeling they've only got 5 out there. Gallas. Joey O'Brien. Danielson to Fabregas. On for Adebayor. Pretty patterns from Arsenal. Joey O'Brien has managed to earn a free kick.
There's so much space for Arsenal in between the centre halves and the full backs. I just wonder who's tracking runners. Danny Shitu won a header there earlier. It dropped to Eboué. He was in 10 yards of space. Bolton have got to get their wide guys back in and tucked in. Try and at least stop Arsenal from creating chances.
Emmanuel Eboué. Nolan won it back. This is Muamba. Gardner. Samuel. Davis, Nolan! Well, Arsenal have played some stellar football, but Bolton have had their chances.
Well, keeper's beaten here. You see it from this angle. Well, he might have got there, actually, to be fair to him. Decides to go with his side foot. Nolan tries to guide it.
So come on, you old curmudgeon, are you going to admit you're actually enjoying this?
Yeah, it's been excellent if you're an Arsenal fan. Not if you're a Bolton fan, I have to say. If you're a neutral, like we are, you've got to admire it. It's been excellent. And who said they could ill do without Van Persie and Walcott? I think it was you, wasn't it, John? Long way to go, though.
Fabregas.
You can only see if Arsenal play like this again and Bolton set off, then they might be 3-4, they might be 5.
Billy Bolton always have a chance, particularly from a set piece.
Yep, and that's what they'll look to do. But they've certainly got to sort it out in the middle of the park, getting tighter. They've certainly got to stop Adebayor and Bentner coming off and getting turned, and people picking up midfield runners. Davis has been a threat for them, so has Nolan getting forward. It is only 2-1, but it's been a lesson in football so far.
Well, Gary Megson is trying to restore a smile to the face of Bolton after the traumas of last season when they were only a point clear of the drop. That was a poor challenge by Davis on Clichy, and it was right in front of Martin Yerby, who will advise Steve Bennett here, and Arsenal in particular, Fabregas, asking for sanction, and the sanction is a yellow card.
It's got to be for lunging in, just beneath our commentary position. I'm sure he plays the ball. He certainly takes Clichy as well. Let the referee get on with it, let him referee it. Let's have a look at it now. See, I honestly don't see what's wrong with that challenge. I mean, it's aggressive. I mean, there's different ways of looking at it. He plays the ball, that's for sure. He does play the man.
He does. The only thing I would say as a rider to that, Craig, is that the referees are instructed that if a challenge endangers the safety of an opponent, which you could argue that did, then they have to punish it.
But theoretically, every challenge could endanger an opponent, so how do you sort that one out? I mean, he plays the ball there. It's aggressive. He goes through. He catches Clichy. I know that. 5 or 6 years ago, or maybe a bit more of that, there was nothing wrong with that. And as I say, every challenge has got a possibility of endangering an opponent. I mean, maybe it's because he lunges in a little bit. Anyway, I think that's good for me. I hope he's alright, Clichy, but I think it's good. It's up for debate.
So a yellow card for Kevin Davis, and concern for Gaël Clichy. The other thing I would just add at the end of that, it's not for us to sit in judgment and be pompous about this, but we are in the midst of a respect campaign, and there is no need for Fabregas in particular to go waving an imaginary card in the face of the officials, and no need for him to remonstrate. The referee is there to sort it out.
And he's made his decision, Steve Bennett, whether we think, or I think, it's the right or wrong one. There's no doubt he's taken a sore one, Clichy. There's no doubt about that, but it's up for debate. I suppose it's just opinion.
It is. I have to say there would be other occasions when a red card might have been shown, and then the debate would have taken a different slant. But the referee has decided, having had a good view of it, yellow. And it may be just as well that the half-time whistle will shortly blow, and it may just take some of the heat out of it, because Arsenal are riled by that.
Can't get red for that. No way.
Here's O'Brien. Touré. Well, there is the whistle, and it's been a terrific half of football, whatever the slightly sour taste left by Kevin Davis's challenge and Arsenal's reaction to it. Davis saying to the referee, look, I went for the ball, I took the ball. Gaël Clichy is still being treated on the near side. Emmanuel Eboué has scored his first Premier League goal for Arsenal. Nicholas Bentner has added to it, and all of this after Kevin Davis with a buccaneering header from a Joey O'Brien corner had put Bolton into the lead, a familiar position for them against Arsenal here at the Reebok. But it didn't last for long, only 12 minutes. Arsenal began to strut their silky stuff. Emmanuel Eboué possibly offside, finishing off an opportunity, and then 90 seconds later Wenger acclaiming Nicholas Bentner scoring for the 5th time in his last 7 starts. Clichy helped down the tunnel, but it's been excellent entertainment for the neutral. It's Bolton 1, Arsenal 2.
Thanks, John. Yes, a slightly sour end to the first half, but Arsenal at times just unstoppable. But this is far from over. Macca, Matt and Les are next.
Sponsored by Bet365.
A new era on Setanta Sports.
What a strike!
There's a lot of football on Setanta Sports.
Magnificent!
In the year 1366, people feared terrible dangers. They believed the earth was flat and the sun set into the sea. So when the citizens of Leuven set out to create the perfect beer, they risked all to gather the ingredients. And today the beer still contains only the same 4 precious ingredients. Dare you brave the dangers they faced? Take the challenge of 1366 at stellaartois.com.
I love it! I love it! Wicked! This is proper hop hop.
I want a hip-hop horse.
A hip-hop horse? Get to work, Harry. Gold chains with a gangster walk. Voila! A hip-hop horse.
Where's the singing?
Drop it!
1 to the 2 to the 3 to the 4 on a hit on horse. Go Marcus.
I love the lyrics.
Go Marcus.
I love the way he says my name.
Go Marcus. Go Marcus. Go Marcus.
You wanna bet on live football? Try in-play betting at Bet365. It's a piece of cake. Go to Bet365.com. Click in play. Pick the live match. Then predict what'll happen as it's being played. With 36 in-play markets, you can bet on stuff like next goal scorer, total corners, number of cards, how many goals in the next 10 minutes, correct score, full-time result. Bet365.com. Bet in play now.
You were weak when I found you. Now your hatred has become your strength. Fulfill your destiny, my apprentice.
I am all the choices I make in life. I am festivals, not clubs. Bronze sauce, never red. I know exactly what I want. I am an orange pay-as-you-go and get to choose a reward that's right for me.
Choose from a range of rewards created especially for pay-as-you-go customers, like free texts and free access to Facebook and MySpace on Dolphin Pay-as-you-go.
Because she was born in Sao Paulo. Because she loved putting on a good show. And a good curry. Because she was top of her class in French. Milena is one of our cabin crew. Together they come from more than 100 nations, so you'll always feel a little more at home with us, wherever you're from. Fly Emirates to more than 100 destinations. Stand by.
After years of pushing top athletes to their limits, We understand the fine line between winning and losing. Sometimes it's just a few millilitres.
Introducing the all-new 7-seat Dodge Journey. If you can dream it, do it.
Sponsored by Bet365.
Arsenal lead by 2-1 at half-time here at the Reebok. They've been quite good in parts, haven't they?
Great game, yeah. The 3 goals were bad defensively, as much as Arsenal have been excellent going forward. The space that they've been offered by Bolton, and I say being offered, has just been incredible. They could score at will in the first half.
Yeah, it was, lucky it's only 2, probably, Les.
Yeah, I don't care who you play against in the Premier League. You afford them that time and space in and around your penalty box, and they're going to cause you problems, and that's exactly what Arsenal did.
Matt, you did things right as a team to begin with and took the lead.
Yeah, we did. It was good to see Kevin obviously get on the score sheet. We were saying in here he didn't actually have to move too much to get in on goal, but good header, and maybe Clichy should have knocked it off the post but didn't do so. So no great start for us, but obviously we didn't shut up shop, and it was, you know, a bit under siege really.
Let's have a look at that goal and see what Matt was talking about, the room that was given Kevin Davis.
Yeah, we don't know who was marking him. We think Gallas is marking him, and we see them there in close proximity, but actually Gallas gets further away from him as it progresses there. And then when the cross comes in, Kevin Davis just rises and, you know, as a free header,
doesn't even run in there.
Do anything.
He just jogs in there and just rises above everyone else. And you can see by Gallas's reaction that it's his player, he should have had him.
And the only other goal he conceded was Fulham, and that was off a set piece. So, you know, and Gallas was to blame there, getting shoved off the ball, wasn't he? By Hangerland, I think it was. So it was something that they have to sort out, Arsenal.
Defensively, you've been opened up a bit.
We have, yeah, but I think before the game I stated that obviously if you let Arsenal play, you know, you're going to be in trouble. And I don't care what team you are, regardless of, as you say, what level you're at. I think that if you let Arsenal pass and what have you, then they're going to score goals. And as
a hint
say,
of offside, yeah.
Yeah, I think you could have given it.
The goal's offside, Angus. I don't think there's any problem about that. But the amount of space, Bolton have got numbers back. It's not a problem. Defensively, they're set up fine. But whenever Arsenal move, no one follows them. And this was, as I said, that was the epitome of about 3 or 4 chances. That was the end product, wasn't it?
And they hit the post twice and scored another by a similar sort of means.
You know, they stepped the pace up a bit, but you know, we keep harping on about it. The amount of space, and you see Denilson just running off the back of the fullback there. He doesn't know where he is, gets in, and it's a great cross. And I think this is a great run by Benton. We don't see that too much from centre forwards. Getting across that near post, just gets a touch on it. Great run, great ball, and 2-1.
I mean, it's not great movement. This is just people. This is just people running.
Yeah.
And that's the most worrying aspect for me, because if they're just running past players like that so early on in the game when everyone's fitness levels are high, God knows what it's going to be like with 20 minutes to go if they introduce Theo Walcott.
But there's only a goal in it as we go towards the second half. Plenty to be said at half-time by both managers, but the second half is coming next.
Sponsored by Bet365.
It's the climax to the first ever Grand Prix series. But it's impossible to predict a winner. Who will come out on top?
That is amazing!
The BDO British Open, tonight at 7, Setanta Sports 2.
We're all over it. The Sun, now just 30p.
You wanna bet on live football? Try in-play betting at Bet365. It's a piece of cake. Go to Bet365.com, click in play, pick the live match, then predict what'll happen as it's being played. With 36 in-play markets, you can bet on stuff like next goal scorer, total corners, number of cards, how many goals in the next 10 minutes, correct score, full-time result. Bet365.com. Bet in play now.
Come on. Here we go.
Oh, foul.
The destiny of man is bound to the moon. When that moon becomes enchained, all mankind is destined to become prisoner. But when the world needs them most, heroes can come from the most unlikely places.
When you find what's important to you, fight for it.
Infinite Undiscovery. An epic adventure brought to life in a stunning, action-packed world. Infinite Undiscovery on Xbox 360. Console from $129.99.
I've been looking over your green proposal.
Great.
It's fine, just fine. I'm sure it'll make people feel real good about the company. Should go over big with the tree huggers, too. See, the folks that I report to, they don't eat granola. So let me ask you, why would I sign this?
This plan could cut our energy costs by 40%.
40%.
And reduce carbon emissions. We spent $18 million on energy last year.
What do I sign?
Sort out your finances this Saturday with a personal financial review.
Undercover work, Steve. Top notch. Top notch.
SatWest, another day.
I am all the choices I make in life. I am festivals, not clubs. Bronze sauce, never red. I know exactly what I want. I am an orange pay-as-you-go and get to choose a reward that's right for me.
Choose from a range of rewards created especially for pay-as-you-go customers, like free texts and free access to Facebook and MySpace on Dolphin Pay-as-you-go.
Because of fire. And the perfect temperature for medium rare. Because of yeast. And what a Frenchman did with it. Because of fine dining, we all expect excellent food and wine. That's why Emirates serves award-winning cuisine on every flight. Fly Emirates to more than 100 destinations.
12 years after winning his first British title, Ryan Rhodes is back at the top, defending his light middleweight crown against Jamie Coyle. It's England v Scotland. It's live championship boxing. Tonight, Setanta Sports 1.
Sponsored by Bet365.
Arsenal lead by 2-1 at the break. Gail Clichy has gone to Bolton General Hospital for an X-ray. What did you make of the tackle by Kevin Davies?
I think it was a yellow card. I don't think it was any more than that. If you see a Clichy here, bad first touch, and that just invites Kevin Davies to come and have a dance like that at him, isn't it? Well, I think he tackles the ball, and I think he's been booked for his follow-through, I think. But he gets the ball there.
You know,
unfortunately, you know that tackle was going to happen.
Exactly, with Kevin Davies, he's fully committed, he's going to go for it. It looks reckless because of Clichy's bad touch, to be honest.
He's committed more fouls than anyone else this season. And
there's various players, though, Angus, who can tackle and will do that, and there's Kevin Davies is one of them.
He's wholehearted, he's never going to pull out.
No
certainly not. Johan Djuru is coming on in his place at the back. Quick word, Matt, what your gaffer will have said at half-time?
I think try and be positive and get the lads to get back to what they did when in the first 15-20 minutes, not to allow Arsenal to play with so much time and space and get in and about them, and as I say, start maybe doing a little bit more of what Kevin's just done. Not in terms of any malice or anything like that, but I think we need to get close to them and let them know that they're in a game.
Mackin.
Yeah, very much so. I reiterate what Matty's just said there. Play like Fulham did, not give them any space, tackle hard, get close to them, don't let them pass the ball around, which we know that if they've got the space, they will do, and they will score more goals.
Yeah, so carry on and do it. I mean, at one stage, thought it could have been 3, 4, 5 in that half.
You know, they hit the post twice, numerous chances, and at times the old Arsenal trying to walk the ball into the back of the net. You know, they just look like whenever they feel like it, they can step the pace up.
Bentner there, who's already got his name on the score sheet. Just a word actually from referee Steve Bennett, who said it wasn't a two-footed tackle. He won the ball, but he was actually booked for going through the man, which I think just clears up the decision by the referee. OK, let's get back to our commentary team of Craig and John.
There is the man who made the challenge, Kevin Davis, who has a yellow card to his name, and whilst Gaël Clichy makes his way to Bolton General Hospital, Johan Giroud comes on as his replacement. Giroud is going to slot in at right back, and Bakary Sagna has moved to left back. You've heard the referee Steve Bennett's explanation for his decision, and we're about to get this second half underway. There are no changes by Bolton, by the way.
So it was for following through that tackle, so you've got to tackle and stop at the same time. Hopefully Clichy's okay anyway. Sorry to see him go off. Hopefully no lasting damage.
So Arsenal leading, thanks to those goals in the space of 90 seconds from Eboué and then Bentner. More than cancelling out Kevin Davis. Early header from a Joey O'Brien corner for Bolton. Bolton have shown that, particularly from set pieces, they are dangerous. Indeed, they always are. So this by no means over. Of the teams as they are starting this second period. Here's Fabregas, left by Eboué, creating space for the man behind him, Adebayor. Eboué again, Sagna. Wenger was only 5 or 6 yards away from the tackle on Gaël Clichy. It was his players who really made their views known to the officials, though, more than the manager. Arsenal just over halfway towards what would be an 8th win in their last 9 Premier League games. Side of the summer break. Eboué to Fabregas. Song. Bentner. Song for a second time. And now a third! That was curling inside the post, which makes it a good stop by Jääskeläinen.
Well, what a save, son. That would have killed the game straight after half-time. Once again, it's a similar style of play, up to the striker, into feet, then back. No closing down from Bolton, far too much time for Song to make that strike, and what a strike it was.
Standing goalkeeper for a long, long time now, Jääskeläinen. Fabregas, missed by Knowlton. Joey O'Brien managed to get a piece of it, and here's Steinsson. Smolarek. Fabregas.
Tory was in from that corner kick there. Just missed it. He was flying in to that near post.
Steinsson. Eboué. Bentner.
Well, cracking save from the keeper. Good play. Gardner just lets Song run off him, doesn't even bother to track him. He's had to produce that really early in the second half.
Muamba inside Sagna. Steinsson. Readjustment from Gallas.
Arsenal just got to be mindful that this game is not dead. I mean, it could have been, probably should have been, but it's not.
Steinson having it whipped off his toe by Fabregas. Steinson winding up for a long throw. Davis on. Toure. Gardner for Samuel. It's over the leg of Danielson.
Yeah, it's clumsy from Danielson, no more. It's just a chance for Bolton to stick it in the box again. It's what they do best.
Arsenal know what's going to happen, but can they stop it? Joey O'Brien. Gardner. Eboué. Go to Steinson. Fabregas. Left it a little short of Toure. Davis. Arsenal deciding not to challenge that time. Just wait for the knockdown. Smolarek. Nolan. It's Gallas with the header. Gardner. Nolan again. Another aerial tester for Almunia, whose distribution is good, finding Eboué. Arsenal breaking at pace. Fabregas. Bentner. Good solid header out by Andy O'Brien. Eboué. Sanya. Song. Bolton trying to change their style. Evolution rather than revolution. 5 of these players at the starting 11 were Sam Allardyce players. They are most comfortable playing this system. Bolton are plotting a change. We'll shortly see Mustafa Riga, forward player signed from Levante in Spain. Samuel. Fabregas for Bentner. And Jääskeläinen, very sensible. Joey O'Brien. Steinson actually caught by his own man there, Joey O'Brien. Steinson has stayed down. It was a nasty collision.
Just a hoof up the field, really. Joey O'Brien tackles Steinson. Davis almost gets in.
They're doing their bit, these Bolton supporters. They really enjoy this role as long-term irritants to the big clubs on this ground. Historically, no one gets an easy ride here. Fabregas. Fabregas was caught there by Smolarek. And referee Bennett wants words with the Polish international.
Does catch him late, but cheeky, I think that is. Silly. Really?
Go all the way through. Fabregas for Arsenal. Oh, which from the home fans as impressive as it's been at any stage today. Toure to Denilson. Still no Nasri, no DRB, no Sylvestre. He's got to make his debut for Arsenal. No Rosicki, no Eduardo. Adebayor. Shitu effectively clearing.
I think it's important for Arsenal, John, that they go and do what I think they're capable of and banging another couple of goals in and really killing this game off. See Smolarek coming off. Done nothing really, he's not been able to get involved in the game. It's all been a bit fast and furious for him.
So in his place, here comes Mustafa Riga. He's a Dutch under-21 international, born in Ghana. Through the Vitesse Arnhem Academy. Played last season in Spain for Levante, who neglected to pay him, which allowed him to become a free agent and move to Bolton. That is a foul by Joey O'Brien. He will be a useful weapon against tiring Bolton legs. Fabregas. This is Sanya. Andy O'Brien. Dallas wins it for Bentner. O'Brien to be wary of his centre-back partner, Shitu. This is Adebayor. Now Denilson. Giroud. Nicholas Bentner. Once again, Giroud. Adebayor. It's the land of giants with him jumping against Danny Shitu.
Yeah, but you fancied him. So often I've seen him from this sort of area. Stand and jump, no run at it, does it very well, and usually manages to get good power in it. You can see him, he towers way above Shitu there. And once again, Arsenal just doing what they want, down the flanks, ball into the striker. Out wide, nobody closing it down. Bolton fans in good mood. Don't know why though, not really in this game at the moment.
And Bolton have a free kick for a foul on Kevin Davis.
This is the one worry for them, I feel, Arsenal. They're not going and killing this game off.
Joey O'Brien. Almunia will claim he had the angle covered.
Yeah, he pulled his arm away, knew it was going wide. A little bit surprised they took it quickly. Gets his angles right.
Rising. Andy O'Brien, it'll come for Bentner. It's crisply Nicely scrubbed by the Dane. Song. Samuel. Gardner. Samuel played it against Joey O'Brien. Shortly to be replaced by Bolton. This now is Steinson. And Riga, not quite.
A little bit unlucky, it's a tight ball to play, it's a difficult one.
Gavin McCann is going to come on for Bolton. Oh, Fabregas. Steinson had a chance to clear.
The two Bolton centre-halves have not dealt with that ball up the middle very well. O'Brien and Shitu.
Traoré cross, goalkeeper out. Bolton throw. And Riga trying to gee up some of his colleagues out there. So asking the crowd for more noise. He's asking those in white shirts to lift it. And one of those colleagues is about to become Gavin McCann. Joey O'Brien, as you can see from his demeanour, is the player being withdrawn.
Well, it's light for light, really, isn't it? McCann will just hold in there as well. You would imagine, anyway.
Davis. Now the noise is relentless. Samuel. Davis beaten. Won by Gardner. This is Andy O'Brien. Steins. Adebayor. Muamba mistimed it and caught Adebayor. That means a yellow card for Fabrice Muamba.
Yeah, he's been sharp, Adebayor, always willing to run down the channels as well. Too quick for Muamba. Touch just got away from him as well. He might have got there. So another fine match, Adebayor. Bentner has as well, to be fair. Given the two centre-halves a torrid time, the movement's been good.
Well, Arsenal have a group of 6 players within 3 or 4 yards of one another on the edge of the Bolton box. Now they split. Nolan. It's a good ball. It's Riga, with Muamba advanced through the middle. Riga tries himself.
And a good save on Munia. He gets a good sight on it. Good break from Bolton. Love the little diagonal ball. He's looked quite lively, Riga, since he's came on. Well worth the effort.
Well, Bolton's fans deserve an award for keeping this going. Absolutely everything being done to inspire the team. Inspiration didn't run to a decently delivered corner. Comes off Adebayor, and Bolton have a corner kick. It's percussive. Some would say concussive. Shitu was jumping and Almunia punched.
Good defender in there, Bentner and Almunia.
This is a typical Bolton examination. Swing the ball in. of the big men can get on the end of it, Shitu or Davis or Steinson, maybe Andy O'Brien. Into the same area, and it's a good clutch played by Almunia.
Let's have a look at the save from Riga on the break. Knows he needs to cut inside to make it a better angle for himself. Sees a lot of it on Almunia. It's always quite comfortable for him, really.
Bolton sticking to their task. As their assistant manager, Chris Evans, hugely successful during 18 years running the Wolves Academy, and now the assistant manager here, whose root and branch reform of the football side of the club has led even to a change of laundry lady. Here's Samuel. It's Davis coming round the back. So it's a Bolton throw off Sanya.
Well, you do sense Bolton just creeping back into this one, certainly in terms of the possession they're getting now, and the amount of set piece they're getting. Corner kicks, a long throw, it's going to go in again.
Andy O'Brien up. Gavin McCann, that hit Alex Song. Steinson. Strange piece of goalkeeping. Almunia will say it's effective. It's the well-known left winger Shitu.
Well, it was different from the Arsenal goalkeeper, wasn't it? Good shot from McCann, doesn't quite catch it, and there's lots of bodies in there. Nice driven ball in, and that's different. It was effective though.
That's a reversal of the possession stats we were seeing in the first half. Shitu. Falling as he tried to clear, and it's a corner. Just over a quarter of the game still to play. Fabregas. It's Sanya. Gods, not just Chris Evans, the assistant manager of Bolton, but also surrounded by empty seats, Bodo Primorac, first team coach at Arsenal. Wenger's eyes and ears from up top, but the plane bringing the Arsenal club directors to the ground, hit by mechanical problems at Luton, so none of them are here. There's Davis. Here's Gardner. Touré's intervention. Adebayor making something of very little, and Andy O'Brien wary of Adebayor's pace. I know that Samuel wanted that there.
Well, I just wonder now, with Bolton getting a bit more possession, and Arsenal really should have had this game out of sight with the amount of chances they've had, whether it's time to make a change. Van Persie or Walcott, with Bolton pushing forward now. They've had that game in midweek, the legs are starting to get a bit tired, we're coming up to 70 minutes. Might be time for a change.
Arsene Wenger has so many unhappy memories of this ground. There's Davis. Nolan trying to make it Bolton's. Very neat control on the chest by Riga. Gardner. Pathetically taken by Almunia. 2003, and Arsenal's championship challenge was derailed on this ground. They lost the 2-goal lead, and the point wasn't enough to keep them in it. Danielson. Adebayor. Danielson continued his run, held off by Steinson. Samuel. Gardner. Oh, just too much on it. J. Lloyd Samuel. Andy O'Brien. Davis. Steinson's gone outside him and taken a defender. And Nolan.
He's unlucky, Nolan. He's in attack early. He could have been there with it, been Davis in there, but it's him that's supplying the cross. Difficult chance.
So there's goals by Aboué and Bentner in the space of 90 first half seconds. Putting Arsenal in a position which, if they can maintain it for another 20 minutes, will put them top of the Barclays Premier League this evening. But Bolton are showing plenty of spirit and they're seeing loads of the ball. Samuel. Davis on. That hit a hand, it did. Well, such good value Arsenal are proving to be. We're with them again next weekend as Hull City pay their first visit to the Emirates. That's live here on Setanta Sports 1 from 4 o'clock next Saturday. And then on the Sunday, a week tomorrow, Hibs versus Rangers in the SPL. And that is a lunchtime start.
Walcott's coming on, John, stripped beneath us. Trying to make a change.
I think it's going to be Nicholas Bentner that comes off. Aboué. Bentner. Bounces off Andy O'Brien. Bentner is down clutching his left ankle. Gardner. Riga is through the middle. He's done well, Riga.
Oh, he's unlucky there, to be fair to him. He's looked sharp since he came on. The idea was right. Trying to chip it to the back post.
Now Arsenal have another injury. Adebayor taking a while to get up. So fresh legs, fit legs are required. They belong to the 19-year-old. Bentner is the player coming off, having scored the goal which at the moment separates the teams.
Yeah, I think he's had a fine match. One of his better ones, certainly in the games I've seen him. Flick well to Adebayor. The boys mentioned it at half-time. He made a good run across the front there. Well, every striker's sure he's got his goal. He's done his job. It's time for fresh legs.
There have been a few potentially defining moments in the past couple of weeks for Theo Walcott. He is the last person Bolton defenders have given everything today want to see coming on at this juncture. Danielson. It's a game that Bolton would view as a bonus match, really, were they to take anything out of it. But there have been signs, particularly in their second half performance. There is some substance to the work being done by Gary Megson and company. Especially when their leading players are back. Elmander, the £10 million striker. Cahill, their best defender. Those should be back next week. Adebayor. Of course, we mustn't forget our studio guest, Matt Taylor, in that as well.
Well, they're just stringing five across the middle now. Arsenal. Thought he might have went up front, Walcott, but he's got the right-hand side, left Adebayor up there on his own.
Davis. That was Sanya, who clutches his head. It's a clash of heads.
Well, he's a wholehearted player, Davis. He's got that booking from his first half challenge on Gael Clichy. That's an intentional, that. He's got a right to go for that there. It's an unfortunate head in the back of Sanya's head. It's just one of those things.
Fair to say that the referee has just upbraided Sanya.
Just what?
Upbraided him.
Possibly. He's not upbraided himself.
Davis. That's a free kick. I wonder Matt Taylor up in our Setanta studio as the referee goes to his pocket. Yellow card. The song. Is there much to encourage you as a Boltonite?
I think we've got about them in the second half, and I think you saw the possession statistics, you know, flip up on the screen, and we'd had 65% of the possession. I think we've used the ball well, but these positions now and these set plays are vitally important for us, because obviously I think that set plays can win you games, and we need to make sure the delivery is right, and hopefully a Whitehead can get on it and stick it in the back of the net.
Let's see. Riga. It's a plaintive cry of handball, it never was. Samuel. Well, they're keeping going, Craig.
They are, credit to them. I think there's two things in that. I think they have improved Bolton, but I think Arsenal have started to tire. Started to do what they were doing well in the first half, which was pass it and move and get runners.
Riga has made a difference since coming on. An unknown quantity to Arsenal, of course. Sanya beating Nolan. Here comes Davis. There's Song. And now Fabregas. Daniels. Andy O'Brien. Giroud. A little clumsy by Gavin McCann. Very public-spirited. Gavin McCann making cups of tea for all and sundry in the players' tunnel before the game. Here's a chance for Arsenal to put this game beyond reasonable doubt. Daniels. Andy O'Brien. Stumble there by Muamba. This is Song. Walcott. Well, that's his angle, as we saw in Zagreb twice.
Yep, similar position to he found himself with England. Lovely little dummy from Fabregas. Difficult angle from there, goes through the legs of the defender. Never going in. I really think if Arsenal don't get 3 points here tonight, they really will be kicking themselves.
Walcott. Danielson comes off Samuel for a corner. Score now, as it's been since the 27th minute, when Bentner added to Ebue's first Arsenal goal. Davis had put Bolton in front 14 minutes in. Danielson. It's Nolan. Sanya. Danielson. Nolan once more. Giroud. Adebayor. Alex Song. Another corner.
Yeah, this will suit Arsenal. Taking the sting out of the game. Third goal will kill it off for them. They've had plenty of set pieces, Arsenal. Most of them in the first half.
Cesc Fabregas. Comes off the header. A glancing header by Samuel. Gallas. Walcott was back on his heels. Walcott. Past 2. 5 past 3. Giroud. Fabregas. Well, a final throw by Bolton. Ricardo Vaz-Tê, Portuguese under-21 international winger, whose appearances in the first team have been fleeting, is replacing Fabrice Muamba. It's his first Premier League appearance since the opening day of last season. Arsenal have one permissible change left. Vaz-Tê. And Riga! Chance. Deflected for a corner, but a chance nonetheless.
Oh, he's unlucky, he just drifts in. Quite late, tries to take it in the volley with the right foot. Didn't quite catch it.
And the artillery has arrived. Chitu and O'Brien. Goalkeeper blocked by Nolan. It's a Bolton tactic, and that was a really, really good heading opportunity. Greta Steinsen.
That was a poor header. You see when this ball comes in, he's under no pressure. Toure gets caught under the ball. Gallas is behind him. Free header for the right back.
So Ramsey's going to come on as that third and last substitute for Arsenal.
Yeah, I just think they're looking a bit tired now, Arsenal in midfield.
Giroud. Cam. Walcott. Adebayor. So gracefully for Danielson. Song. Davis. Steinsen. Bolton in the second half less artful than Arsenal, but certainly matching them for industry. And here comes Kevin Nolan, and Almunia for some reason was coming out there. He's struggling to recover his position. Vaz-Tê!
Oh, hit it, man. Just hit it. How half-hearted was that? Just on, mind you.
Walcott. Back is J. Lloyd Samuel for Bolton.
Bit worrying there, Nolan made a run down the left channel, nobody tracked him. Don't know what the goalkeeper was doing. Oh, keeper makes a decision to come out. Never going to get there. Don't be stupid, stay in your goal. Lovely little ball in. And it's there to be smashed. I don't know what he's trying to do.
It's Aboué coming off. Having scored his first ever goal in Premier League football today at the 71st attempt. And Aaron Ramsey, who won't be 18 until Boxing Day. Comes on for only his 3rd Arsenal appearance. It's a goal kick.
Yeah, they're living more dangerously than they should be, Arsenal. I suppose it was too much to ask that they play with that tempo in the second half as they did in the first. It's a joy to watch at times. Bolton were never going to lie down. They haven't. Well, time's running out, but there's still a chance, John.
Offside. Look who's going forward. A considerable frame of Shitu, becoming an auxiliary striker. Last week at Fulham, a Jääskeläinen free kick from this position led to Bolton's consolation goal scored by that man, Davis. Davis manoeuvring himself. Nolan couldn't control. Here's Steinson. Faced by Ramsey. Sadia. It's very much that, thanks to Danielson. All the doubts evaporate. Arsenal are heading for the top of the Premier League tonight.
Well, that's a classic Arsenal goal. Theo Walcott does brilliantly. Danielson, who finishes, has a fine match this evening. He's not going to miss from that angle, but all about this young fella just picking it up in midfield. Comes inside, he can actually switch it here out to the left, chooses not to. Just look at the pace, they can't live with him. Adebayor holds his line, he stays onside. Have a bit of that, son, go on, get yourself a second goal, stick it in, kill the game. Keeper no chance, they've deserved it in all truth. Bolton have huffed and puffed. They've had a right go in the second half. A happy Arsenal manager.
Well, it was a situation that concerned him, all the more so when Bolton scored first. Heavy legs after the trip to Kiev. But they've responded so impressively, Arsenal.
You did think with Bolton pushing forward as the game was nearing an end that the fresh legs and the pace of Walcott might be able to do some damage just to kill it off, and well, that's borne out to be the case.
Samuel, Riga, Gardner. Ramsey. Here's Walcott. Such speed, such balance, such a good save by Jääskeläinen.
Yeah, great run, Walcott, great save. I think this is what he's adding to his game now. He's realising where the space is. He's taken it off, he made a great run, and it was a good ball as well. And that's a lovely little fingertip round that left-hand post from Jääskeläinen.
Just to complete the administrative duties, Fabregas, who's going to take this corner, was booked for his goal celebration in the wake of Arsenal's clincher.
Cracking ball as well. I think it might have been young Ramsey who's just come on.
So with Giants to collide tomorrow, Arsenal will reside at the top of the Premier League table tonight. Position they occupied on 7 separate occasions last season, before finally being deposed for good in mid-March. Bolton will be disappointed to lose. There won't be total dejection. They've had their moments. Danielson, Walcott, Ramsey.
think Gary Megson will have something to say about that first goal from Bowie that got the game up and running, because there's no doubt it was offside. And that decision went against Bolton, but you know, in truth, they didn't get near to Arsenal in that first half. They stood off and they let Arsenal play, and when you do that, you've got problems. It looked a bit hairy for Arsenal as the game went on, John, but you know, that third goal just killed it.
Vastey had the chance to make it 2-2. So 3 minutes between Arsenal and 3 points. 4 wins out of 5 to start the Barclays Premier League season for the would-be challengers. Here's Nolan. Steinson. Plenty to chew on for Gary Megson, especially as next up the trip to Old Trafford next weekend for Bolton. Fabregas. Danielson. Riga. Kevin Davis. Chitu. Ricardo Vastey.
I think Arsene Wenger, John, will be pleased that he's got a couple of midfielders on the score sheet as well. You mentioned Cesc Fabregas earlier and how the goals have just dried up a little bit for him, so it is important for the likes of Danielson and De Bowie from midfield getting forward. And De Bowie was a hat-trick last week. His strike partner Bentner, who's gone off now, got the second, so it's been a good evening for them.
Yes, the only cloud, the injury to Gaël Clichy, who's gone off for x-rays. Bolton General Hospital following Kevin Davis's tackle late in the first half, for which he was yellow carded. Fabregas. Danielson. Walcott's off Samuel for a corner that there may just about be time for Arsenal to take. Seen enough of Arsenal in these opening games to form any sort of opinion as to their chances this year, Craig?
Well, I think it depends on who they can keep fit and keep in form, and obviously the transfer window in January, they were very disappointing at Fulham. We watched them, but they've bounced back brilliantly. They've got to keep their key guys fit.
No upset at the Reebok this year. A choppy start, but a 20-minute spell of sublime football in the first half effectively won the game for Arsenal, who made a convincing performance into a convincing win with that late goal by Danielson. Just under 23,000 inside the Reebok to see it. Bolton struck first through Kevin Davis with a towering header from Joey O'Brien's left wing corner. The smiles belong to Arsenal, who've won 4 of their first 5 games at the outset of this Barclays Premier League season, and that without some of their better talents. Eduardo, Rosicki, Nasri, Sylvestre, all to come back into the mix. Abu Diaby, Amari Bishkov. Plenty to add to this team that was more than good enough to win at Bolton. And tonight, Arsenal are top of the Premier League table. Full-time score, Bolton Wanderers 1, Arsenal 3.
It's ominous for the rest. Arsenal passing their way round Bolton to 3 points here at the Reebok, and the third coming courtesy of Theo Walcott, and his pace finished off by Danielson. So here is the top of the Barclays Premier League table. Arsenal temporarily are on top with 12 points from their 5 games. Just that defeat against Fulham, the blip to their names. Liverpool could only draw at home today, so they are second. Here it is down at the bottom. Bolton, 17th place, just the 4 points from their 5 games. Well, it had been a difficult place to come for Arsenal in the past, and when Kevin Davis opened the scoring, was history about to repeat itself? Well, no, because Arsenal came back strongly and won by 3-1. All the reaction is next.
Sponsored by Bet365.